just passed away.
This crew left this woman to die.
I just wish my mom was still here.
When you called 911, what did you want?
I wanted her to be transported to the hospital.
Without a shadow of a doubt, she should have been taken to the hospital.
Something is missing there.
If I'm hearing you right, you're looking for answers.
Yeah, if only those answers could bring her back.
I'm afraid that if someone doesn't come out and bring this into the light, more people will die.
I think questions being asked on this definitely need to be asked.
And that's what led our team to Fair Play. Important questions about what happened on a 911 call. What happened when 67-year-old Beryl Harman's husband called for help? Why are two paramedics, a husband, a daughter, and these important medical records raising questions about why Beryl was not taken to the hospital on a November day in the middle of COVID nearly 2 years ago?
My wife said she needed to get to the hospital.
And those questions, those accusations led us to this office, the South Park Ambulance District. From what you've gathered, how should we tell this story?
I would tell this story as, this is a very unfortunate incident, and people should take away that there's two sides to every story.
And one of those sides questions why this telling document sat for months in the bottom of a box inside this firehouse.
I believe it was not a mistake.
You think it was intentional?
Yes.
By the prior administration?
Yes.
Hartselle Fire Chief Brian Cook responded to the second 911 call to Beryl's house. At that time, he was only a volunteer firefighter, but after becoming chief, he discovered the document with details from the first call to Beryl's house and started digging. Embarrassed?
I am. When we hide reports, when we hide documents, it makes us look bad.
Look bad because that document was filled with critical information. Authored by the former fire chief, we asked the new chief to read some of what was discovered inside that document.
She wanted to go to the hospital. Her husband also wanted her to go, and the paramedic on scene told her that she wouldn't get into the ER any faster if they even accepted her.
So you have a hidden document written by a former chief, his recollection of significant details at Beryl's house in the time before she died. Which brings us back to the ambulance district and what the chief of paramedics calls the other side of this story.
When a patient has the ability to refuse, again, that they have decision-making capacity, we're not allowed to force people to go to the hospital.
And that's a critical point of contention.
If the crew recognized that her oxygen levels were at 50 and 60%, and they did nothing, they walked away and left her there, they had to have known she was going to die.
This patient should have been transported to the hospital.
Two former South Park paramedics reached out to Denver 7 Investigates about this call and their concerns about the culture that apparently failed to identify the concerns that followed.
67-year-old female, conscious, not fully coherent.
Both point to records showing Beryl Harman's oxygen level was seriously low, preventing her from making an informed decision to decline emergency care, meaning the paramedic crew should have found a way to get her to the hospital. Should the paramedic have done more?
Absolutely. Based on the physical findings that are documented within this paperwork here, the paramedic, if they are doing their job, they should try and do everything in their power to convince the patient to go to the hospital.
Is your conclusion that the paramedic that day did nothing wrong? Listen closely now to the chief's other side of this story.
My conclusion is based on this report, he followed protocol.
Did nothing wrong.
Followed protocol.
Our care team is en route.
Was the paramedic on this call ever disciplined for what happened that day?
Not that I'm aware of.
And based upon what you've said to me, there's no reason to discipline, correct?
I would say would not have been reason for discipline. However, there would be reason for education. Spend some time and maybe go through the call again.
So in the end, a story with two sides, a family still wanting answers and accountability.
It's not just a drive down to the hospital that they didn't want to take. It's our family, my only parent.
And a paramedic district saying the call was handled by the book, but also perhaps admitting maybe it wasn't perfect. After reviewing the facts of this call, Are there lessons to be learned with what happened here?
Yeah, I would say lessons to be learned is good documentation.
Could have been handled better?
Certainly. We always learn from our mistakes. Nobody in this job is perfect.
70 J Court.
The paramedic responding to the calls has since left the department for another paramedic position. Our calls and messages to hear his side of what happened were not returned. Since taking over, Chief Borns tells us he has added a more robust quality assurance program that includes more scrutiny on all calls. And finally, we've also learned the State Department of Public Health has launched a new investigation into Beryl's call for help. I'm Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski.
Tony and the Denver 7 Investigates team dug into the 911 call and heard from more of the family in last night's report, asking some important questions for them. And if you missed it, you can watch it right now on denver7.com/investigates.